Salutations, Jones Nation. Welcome to the Jones Boys Review. Today we are reviewing
Peppermint, the latest action flick by Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, and basically the story summary, real quick, is a woman with her husband and daughter are at a carnival, and as they are leaving, a drive-by occurs, killing the husband and daughter, leaving Jennifer Garner injured and alone.
Let down by the legal system and corrupt policemen, she goes on a vigilante rampage.
If that sounds like a cliche revenge story, it's because it kind of is. Comparing Jennifer Garner to her previous roles and what she did here, is there any major improvements? Anything, similar to what she did in the past?
Well, this kind of harkens back to her Alias days, where she was one of the first female actresses I remember who carried an action TV series and felt believable. And she's back to her butt-kicking ways in this movie.
On the technical side, there's nothing too special about the cinematography. No soundtrack stood out to me. Some of the camera work and the action was fine. It was the cliche, typical shots moving around rapidly, different angles. There's not a lot of long shots here like you would see in John Wick or anything like that. But nothing really stood out here. Nothing at all. There's nothing really to talk about just because that's kind of overall how the movie was. Very unremarkable. Nothing really stood out as anything that I can remember a day or two from now.
Some things I appreciated about it was them glossing over, which normally would bother me, the training aspect. You've got a middle-aged housewife who suddenly becomes a vigilante, so they have her disappearing off the grid for 5 years to become a version of John Wick, for about lack of better comparison.
Kind of like if Death Wish and American Assassin had a weird love child. Just the tragedy of American Assassin, but the vigilante of Death Wish, but with lack of training.
But it's kind of like that light trial version that you sign up for. They want your credit card, you can use it, but it's not as good, and later on you kick yourself for not going back and cutting off your credit card.
Yeah.
The action, once it gets started, is the quick special effects, things blowing up, a lot of blood splatters and what they call them, the squib packs that you've come to enjoy in movies like John Wick and American Assassin and Death Wish.
Now, like I said before, it is a very cliche revenge story. Other than the fact that some of the action was gruesome, more gruesome than you would see in a normal film. This pretty much earns its R rating with some of the kills. Other than that, there was nothing, no standout moment in the story where you're just like, wow, she is a total bad mamma jamma chick. It's just, she is. But nothing you're going to remember, no stunt that you're like, whoa, that was really cool. And, there's some action parts where you're just like, yeah, right. Okay, sure, yeah, all right. Yep. Things that would work in a movie script but not in real life remotely at all.
Right, or scenes where you've been waiting for 5 years for this revenge and suddenly you're distracted. It's almost like the director said, we still haven't finished. We got to do our big finale scene. Don't kill him yet. So there are a few moments like that where clearly the stunt driver's going, I've got an idea for this really cool truck crashes into building stunt. Okay, well, it's a bit of a plot hole, but let's do it. It'll look cool.
Yeah, I can't stand that in movies where, someone has a chance to off someone and, for story reasons, you can't do it yet. We're not at the end of the story. You got to wait another 20 minutes before you can have your final showdown. I wish they could write better scripts so around that, so you don't have to have those moments where the audience goes, are you kidding me? You wanted this the whole time and now you're not going to do it? That just comes down to average script writing.
Peppermint was directed by the same director who did Taken, so he clearly understands shooting action sequences. And when those are on the screen, that's fun. You're not going to spend too much time worrying about the plot, and you're not going to remember this a couple weekends from now, unless you're a huge Jennifer Garner fan. She did a great job.
Nothing in this movie really comes full circle. You know, there's no overlying message to come out of this. There's nothing there's things that are part of the movie, throughout the movie. Is like, this part of the sensation of what's going on, but nothing comes of it at the end. After the conclusion, there is no like, this is what it all stood for, this is what happens after. Where's the backlash? There's nothing like that at all. Nothing comes full circle other than revenge.
The message on the board, going back to your coming full circle argument, was on the posters was join the movement, take flight. Other than a painting in Skid Row where she was the quote unquote guardian angel, there was never a scene where she had wings, and there was no movement.
Our overall conclusion, summary of the film, for me, painfully average action movie. Painfully average. Some cool kills, don't get me wrong, but nothing you're going to remember within 2 days.
And I like Jennifer Garner, but as you said, there's nothing, you're not going to be quoting anything. In fact, chances are, if you're talking about this movie the week after the movie comes out, the weekend after you see it, it'll be, why was it called Peppermint other than the child ordered peppermint ice cream just before she was killed?
Yeah, I forgot to really mention that point. There is no reason the movie is called Peppermint other than what my dad said at one point right before the shooting. The child gets ice cream and is shot. This isn't a spoiler, it's in the trailer, but literally that is why the whole movie is called Peppermint. This has no tie-in to anything at all. Nothing comes full circle with Peppermint. She doesn't get peppermint ice cream at the end of the story. It's just she ordered it once. That's it.
Jennifer Garner's character never goes by the word peppermint. In fact, it could have just as easily been called Rocky Roads, because that's the ice cream the husband ordered just before he was shot. So I guess we should be happy that it's peppermint.
Yeah, who cares about the husband? It's all about what the daughter ordered.
That's it.
Don't you agree, Dad? So, after that conclusion, Dad, would you pay money to see this movie?
I do not think that I would pull cash out of my pocket to see this movie. One of the tests I use for movies is, would I go back and watch it again for free right away? And I'm not sure that I would. If this was one of the few movies that MoviePass lets you go to, I don't know if I'd go to see it a second time.
This is other than seeing on Redbox, this kind of movie that could have come out on Netflix and you'd be like, oh, this is a really cool Netflix movie, check it out. But there's movies that have done the whole revenge story better. Nothing special about this. MoviePass, let us see it. Let us. Or if you have AMC, A-List, or any other movie subscription, if you have the ability to see it through them, if you've seen everything else in theaters and you're looking for a movie to see and you like some action and you don't mind a little gore or gruesome killing, then sure, go for it. But I'm not telling you to go see it over any other movie out this weekend, or from past weekends. If you haven't seen Mission Impossible, go see that. If you haven't seen Equalizer, go see that. Can't recommend this over any other movie.
I think you can wait till Redbox or DVD for this one.
Hey guys, sorry for this last second audio. The original audio for our clip got cut off, and this is what we have to do. But I'm here to tell you guys, if you like the video, drop a like. If you dislike the video, don't be afraid to drop a dislike. Let us know in the comments and help us improve our channel. Now, to have a little discussion with us in the comments, are you planning to go see this movie at all? Have you already seen it and want to discuss it with us? Drop a comment. We'll be there looking for comments, ready to discuss with anyone who is interested. But most importantly, thank you guys for coming to the channel. We really appreciate you guys. Adios, nation.